Right, welcome ladies and gents. Two claims by Ubisoft. Microtransactions in single-player games make the experience more fun, apparently. Basically you can, work towards it or something like that. And then also the other claim, Ubisoft blames Disney? And that's why Star Wars Outlaws failed? Okay. Two claims. Seemingly at odds with one another. Could it be that you're shit, Ubisoft? Could it be that? Could it be that you're terrible? I think so. Actually, I think it's. I think there's a third option as well. I think simply you are out of touch, completely out of touch. So I thought we'd take a look at this because this is comical as hell. And I always like taking a look at Ubisoft Stock. I think it's a fascinating thing. It's truly incredible. Year to date, down. 1 year, down. 5 years, down. I mean, they're a company that's just on their knees. Max, fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. They reached their peak in like 2018, or it was 2018. And it was effectively all downhill from there. Just downhill. Downhill. You can look at month metrics and things like that. Yeah, sure, I guess. Going okay over the month. 5 days. Yeah, so-so. 1 day. Yeah, so-so. But good God, this is never good. Like how volatile this stock is. €9.66. When they used to be at, well, near €100. Like 90... 95, something like that. 1999. 99.80. I mean, this company's dead. Right, like, it's just dead. Yeah, it's dead. And they've just been doing really dumb stuff, like this. Microtransactions, they're fine. No, they're not, mate. They're terrible. Ubisoft, a company known for tone-deaf statements and endless microtransactions, just decided they would say absolute nonsense. So, in a move that has reignited long simmering frustrations among gamers, Ubisoft recently doubled down on its controversial monetization strategies. In their annual report, the company boldly claimed that microtransactions in single-player games enhance the player experience, making it more fun by offering optional ways to personalize avatars or progress more quickly. Amazing. Amazing. So this assertion, tied to grind-heavy single-player titles like Assassin's Creed, comes amid a backdrop of Ubisoft's extensive history with such practices where grinding mechanics often feel engineered to nudge players towards real money purchases. Just make some good games and you might get some more money. It's as simple as that. You might get more money. It's not given, you might do. So the backlash has been swift and widespread, with players and critics alike decrying it as corporate greed, disguised as player empowerment. But this isn't a new chapter, it's the latest in a saga of tone-deaf decisions. And I just thought it was hilarious. I think that's really dumb, and they're being absolutely ripped apart for it, which I think is hilarious. And it's not something which people want. Like, people don't want this. People don't want these things in their video games. At all. Like, they just don't. But then, like I said, Ubisoft keeps coming out with really dumb stuff. I mean, here's another one. Ubisoft blames Disney and Lucasfilm and the state of modern Star Wars for failure of Star Wars Outlaws. Really? Because I'll tell you now, you could have made a game that was... You could have made a Star Wars game that was so clearly the opposite of what modern Star Wars is. And that would have been successful because it would have scratched that itch for people. But you didn't. You did everything that Disney and Star Wars and Lucasfilm does. So yeah, no, you're dumb. You didn't even make the player hot, like the character. You didn't even make her hot, and as a hot actress that did all the work for it. So what's wrong with you, you idiots? So the CEO of Ubisoft has blamed Disney and the state of modern Star Wars for the failure of Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws, an open-world action-adventure game developed by Massive Entertainment and published by Ubisoft, was released on August 30th, 2024 for PS5, Xbox Series XS and PC. Billed as the first open-world Star Wars game, it promised players the chance to explore the galaxy as a scoundrel named Cave S, engaging in heist, space combat, and interactions with criminal syndicates between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And this is what they wanted men to play as. Great, good times. No, men want to play play someone with some tits and ass. Right, it's just as simple as that. Despite high expectations and a reported development budget exceeding $200 million, with some estimates suggesting up to $500 million, including marketing, the game underperformed commercially and critically, leading to ongoing discussions about its shortcomings. And recently, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot addressed the game's failure during a general shareholder meeting, attributing part of the blame to the state of the Star Wars brand itself, indirectly pointing fingers on behalf of Ubisoft at Disney and Lucasfilm. I mean, really, really dumb. Really, really, really dumb. So basically, he said this is during the call, July 18th. Gilmour was directly asked about Outlaw's failure to meet sales targets. He responded by admitting internal shortcomings, but pivoted to external factors. Outlaws was released at a time when the brand that it belonged to was in a bit of choppy waters. Amazing. Less interest in the franchise, apparently. Right? Apparently there was less interest in the franchise at the time, suggesting the broader Star Wars IP had lost some of its cultural pull. Gilmour expressed hope for recovery, mentioning potential further improvements and a possible Nintendo Switch 2 port to boost sales. Okay, but again, I point to the fact that you could have made something which was the polar opposite of what Disney and Lucasfilm were doing, and that would have been successful because it would have scratched that itch. And that's what people want, right? Like, if you give people what they want, they'll play it. But you didn't. You made this garbage. Like, it was just a shit show. So, the brand is in choppy water. Right, okay, cool, sure. But again, as someone says here, the brand, Star Wars Battlefront 2, had its highest peak player count a couple of months ago. The feckless, senile slimeball CEO, Ubisoft CEO, is dancing in his diaper for his shareholders. Let the copium flow and the shareholders be none the wiser aboard the rainbow-coloured Hindenburg. And this is the point, right? Like, it's not difficult to understand. If you just gave people what they wanted, then it would have made money. But you didn't, did you? You literally just played into what Disney and Lucasfilm were doing. It's dumb. So Ubisoft are dumb. And they've just said more dumb stuff, and I'm here for it. Frankly. Hit subscribe. Bye-bye now.